let's go find the
Where
speakers.
in the world is that part I need? The great search with DigiKey.
Okay, so we're going to do the great search. And for the great search today, as always, I look on digikey.com to find the parts that you need. And I show you how to use the searching interface, which is always exciting because DigiKey stocks millions and millions of things. All you have to do is know where to find them. So this week, let's look for a through-hole speaker. So if you go to the overhead, I'll show off this board, which I was just demoing. And I want to put a speaker here. So we have a little speaker connector, but I want to have the option of having a through-hole speaker. And so it might not come soldered in, but people could solder it in if they want. They would have onboard audio when they're emulating a computer. So one thing to note is that I need it to be the diameter of, you know, 3/4 of an inch, 0.78, 0.77 inches, or about 20 millimeters. So let's see what is available. Oh, and the driver that I'm using, this TLV320 DAC, can do 4 or 8 ohms mono. So, and I can do up to like a watt, or 2 watts, but I'm not expecting to get a 2-watt speaker. It's going to be like less than a watt, which is okay. I'll just reduce the audio so it doesn't blow out the speaker. So let's go to DigiKey at the computer and let's search for speaker. Okay. Oh, there's a lot of speakers. So the first thing is, obviously, I want to make sure I'm only looking at active ones because I have to be able to buy these. And I don't care too much about this shape, but let's do normally stocking. You'll note there's actually, it's kind of exciting, there's a new thing, tariffed products with the new tariffs going to hit very soon, like in April. That can make a really big difference in pricing. Okay, we're not going to look at that. Well, maybe we'll cover that in a future one. Impedance, it can be 4 to whatever, 16 ohms. I think that's fine. Yeah, kilo ohms is way too much. 4 to 8 is ideal, but let's be generous here. We want magnetic or dash, which is probably default, not a piezo. So let's filter those out. Okay. Next, I'm going to deal with like the resonancy and the sound pressure level. The most important thing is the diameter, right? Because we mentioned we have a very fixed amount of space, and you know it's not a ton of space. It's like 0.75 inches or less. So, or like 20 millimeters or less. And I want it to be a fair size. I'm going to say like no less than 10 millimeters. I'll look at some of these oval ones, but I'm just going to select all of these sizes. Let's go till I get, oops, sorry, clicked up too quickly. Let's just say up to 20. Maybe I'll grab these like 20 by. Okay, cool, great. Let's look at these. That's a lot less. Okay, these are all looking good, but one thing I definitely want is I want like a PC pin type like this. See, so this is a, what are these called? PC pin, not solder pad or spring type, because I want this to solder into place. So let's go for the pin termination. Wire leads, I mean, I guess I could be okay with wire leads as long as they were short. I don't want solder pads or tabs. I don't want quick connects. I want PC pins. Maybe I'll pick up dash as well. Okay. And see what we get. Okay, these are looking pretty good. So, you know, now that I'm looking at these, I don't actually want the wire termination. I really do just want pins because I don't want it to be flopping around. It's like I already have a connector. So I'm actually going to change the termination, get rid of wire connector. Right, let's see. Okay, so now I've got 18 results, which is much better. These look good. I do like some of these I'm not convinced that they have PC pins. I think some of these don't have any. Let me see what the contact is. PC pins, PC pins. You know, if they don't say PC pin, it's actually, they actually aren't. They're just solder pads. So I'm also going to get rid of this to be very specific. Okay, 11 options. So these are some really good options. All of them have pins. They plug in. That's nice. Nice, nice, nice. Wow, this one is huge, 1 watt, but I think, oh no, sorry, 300 milliwatt. So these are washable. I don't really care about that because it's going to be attached on after the fact. Let's see about the ohms. Like I said, 4 to 8 ohms is ideal. These are all 8 ohms. Some are louder, some are not. You know, I'm just going to look at also next up maybe pricing to compare and contrast them. I don't like this little flat one. You know, I'm not completely convinced that this is truly PC pin. Let me see if I can look at the, or if they do, maybe the, from the image, I don't think this is truly PC pin. I like this one and this one. These both have lots in stock and they're not too expensive. And like, I like the little like plug-in style. Let me see. This one does 1.2 kilohertz to 20. That one does 30. This one's a little bit louder. I kind of think I want louder more than, and it's also a teeny bit smaller. So I actually think this is going to be my choice. So it has a slightly higher resonant frequency. It's not going to be good for bass, but honestly, most PC audio is like fairly high pitched. They weren't very bass heavy to start with. They, you know, even the original Mac Plus did have, it was, you know, it had a speaker. It was good for beeps and like some sound effects. It wasn't amazing. I like that it's a third of a watt, so it's gonna be nice and loud. And the price is pretty good. You know, 165 per. This will be really easy for people to solder in if they want an onboard speaker. Kind of like there's just these 2 big pins and that's it. Pop it through, solder, clip it. So this is my choice. You can see the 3D model. Not too big. Plenty of space. And I also, like I said, I don't want it to, you know, I could fit a bigger one, but let's look back at the PCB. This was what, 15 millimeters? So yeah, so this is 15 millimeters. So plenty of space and it won't get in the way of these connectors and stuff. Okay, so it's gonna be my pick. So CVS 1508 is my pick for the Great Search. Thank you, DigiKey.
Where in the world